Hello and welcome for joining me today. On this particular replay, I'm a little spoiler alert here. I can tell you already I'm not going to do huge amounts of damage. I'm not going to get huge spotting damage. I'm not going to get huge tracking damage. I'm not going to get a huge amount of kills. The reason I wanted to show this to you, it basically is just to demonstrate map awareness. And this is something that I myself am really struggling with. I'm 20,000 some games in. And I try to look at the mini-map as much as possible, be aware of what everybody's doing, my team and the enemy team, who spotted, where they're at, and so on. But, you know, in the heat of battle, you forget. And then pretty soon you look at the mini-map and you're like, what the? So this is just a demonstration here. I tried to pay attention to the mini-map as much as possible, but there's a couple spots here where you can see where I didn't, and it shows. Now, when I'm trying to crest up the ridge here, you can see it takes forever to get that gun down. You don't realize how little gun depression some of these tanks have until you're trying to work a ridge line. Now, when I came up here, I wanted to because I was already up here and I wanted to play up here with the Bulldog. But I was surprised looking at the mini-map how many of our team are coming up here. And then what really surprised me too is right here where I'm trying to get a spot. And at first I was feeling a little frustrated with these guys, but then as we're repositioning, we're basically echeloned. We're pushing out together, and I think once we pushed out sequentially, the AMX-12T wants to move out of the line, and can't blame him. Very little armor there. But now, I was really surprised the way we handled this. Now, my first shot on the Bulldog missed, and my second shot, as you can see, hit him, but I almost hit my teammate there, the T-34. When I was playing, I saw him coming in, and I figured I could get the shot off, and I did, but I was really lucky there. I probably shouldn't have taken it. Then I noticed right after I'd hit the Bulldog that we only had two tanks up here, the Dicker Max and the T-28 besides the Bulldog. So I thought, what a great opportunity to push. And so I kind of nosed forward, and then some of the other guys nosed forward, and then we just pushed. They took out the Dicker Max, I concentrated on the Bulldog, and now the T-28 prototype is gone, and we control the hill. So I stopped over here. I wanted to take a few shots at some targets of opportunity. So my first shot on that 59-16 missed. That was a little frustrating. But my next shot, that was lovely, right on top of the engine deck. And then unfortunately he gets around tucked in there before I can get my next shot off. And then if I'd been looking at the mini-map, I would have seen the Firefly coming before, I had tried to zoom out and then zoom in and ended up missing the shot. So because I wasn't paying attention to the mini-map, that cost me there. Also, as I was shooting at the 59-16 down there, a couple of the guys that were up on the hill with me moved past me down here towards these other tanks, which is good. They found two tanks. They've taken out one. They're working on the Churchill. I try to fire, and my shell hits a dead tank. Now there's a Lorraine up ahead of me, but I wasn't paying attention. Again, wasn't looking at the mini-map, so I missed the opportunity to shoot him because I was coming down that hill fast, and I didn't want to brake. I didn't want to power slide, so I was trying to concentrate on what I was doing to keep control of the tank and keep my speed up. And because I didn't look at the mini-map, I missed my opportunity to shoot him. So there he tucks into a side street and tries to turn to shoot me, and I knew he was, so I didn't want to get shotgunned, so I just drove past and tried to snapshot, and my shot missed. So I came around the corner. I wanted to try and shoot him from the backside, but of course he actually drove out on that street, anticipating what I was doing, and avoiding my shot, drove into my teammates and got shredded anyway. So I see another artillery over here, and I want to help take them out, and I fire, and again, these guys are so fast, I end up shooting a dead tank again. So here's an IS up in front of us, and I fire, and okay, so I got a hit on him. That's great, but now he tucks around the corner, and he's the last player alive. And as you can see, my team, basically, it was a raffle stomp, and you've got to be aware of the mini-map so that when you're on the team of the wolf pack, you've got to be able to move quick enough and fast enough in order to get in and get into the enemy and get some shots so you can have some damage at the end of the battle. As you can see, I got another shot into the IS. Of course, he shot me as well. And looking at the stats here, you can see I didn't do a lot of damage or kills or spotting, but I was doing my best to try and keep up with the team and get some damage of my own. So just a demonstration of why you need to pay attention to the mini-map so that you can keep up with the team and get some damage for yourself. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video.